Hi. This morning I'm doing a lot of reflecting on being grateful. Mason is throwing back the blinds. Maybe he'll come and join me. I don't know. He's currently trying. No, that's not for you. That's my plate. He's a sneaky little thing. Being grateful. Sometimes it's so hard to be grateful, isn't it? It's so hard to be grateful. One thing I've found, though, is the more you practice it, the easier it is. And I actually kind of want to go, so I'm getting ahead of myself. A lot of you know I keep a journal. It is a huge part of my mental processes. And when there's something on my mind that I can't stop thinking about it and it's really bothering me, I put it on paper in my journal because then it's not in my brain. And oftentimes by writing about it, I can make connections and see, it kind of lets me back up, right? And see the bigger picture or see where things are connecting that I didn't realize they were connecting. Hey, Bubba. You guys are mission boys. And part of that, sometimes that can be like, it can really bring you down for a while, and you have to kind of write out the emotion that comes up and let it out. But one thing I find that helps after I start to calm down is to always take 10 minutes and write about what I'm grateful for. And when I first started doing it, I struggled with maybe even putting 5 things on the paper. And now that I do it as often as I can after I'm done with my main journaling, my like mind dump, basically, I fill pages with what I'm grateful for. Like it flows into my brain. I have so many blessings in my life, and it doesn't have to be big blessings. It can be, God, I'm grateful for that carpet on the floor because now it's cold outside and it's warming my feet. The more you practice, the more you find gratitude in the smallest of things. I was looking out the kitchen window, and our tree this morning is glowing red. I've been waiting for that tree to get to look like a tree for quite a while now. It's probably about 4 years. And this year it's like it's given a shade. It's actually like been like a real tree, and it is beautiful. And I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for it to turn colors. And I am so thankful for the fall colors. Yesterday we were driving around, we went out to lunch with some friends and had some adult time and talked about things that we needed to process about our kids and life and general and family. And it just, even though it was dark and gloomy out, the trees are at their peak right now. And I just was like in awe the whole drive there and back, even though it wasn't like a beautiful day. It had its own beauty to it, right? And finding that. My new mug. I'm grateful that I happened across this artist. I was having a Rayla date in her new hometown, and we both happened to fall upon a first Thursday in the downtown area. And there were a ton of local artists, and this particular person does hand thrown mugs, and I am in love with it. It kind of reminds me of one of those glass sand meditation window things, right? Where there's sand in it, you flip it and then it flows down and makes like a mountain scene. That's what it reminds me of. So that just brought a memory to me, and I wanted to support a local artist, and I was very grateful that I was able to support a local artist. So I'm grateful for my mug. The other thing that's hard to be grateful for that I'm finding that even though it's getting easier to come up with things I'm grateful for, there are things that you kind of have to force yourself to realize that you're grateful for. And one of them is getting older. And getting older comes with a lot of pain at times. I don't talk a ton about the pain that I have. I have some chronic pain. And I think a lot of it probably is some emotional baggage and trauma. And the result of sitting at small tables with children for 35 years, bent over. And so, and then this last year, not moving my body around nearly as much, I've started working out at the gym. And while it's helping some things, it is really aggravating other things. And that are always there, but it's really making it pronounced. And some new things are creeping up. And so yeah, being grateful despite hurting. Being grateful for the privilege of growing old. I get to grow old. Hopefully. Hopefully. Hi, girl. Dakota wants to say hi's. So when it's really bothering me, like it was last night, man, I went to the gym and did some core exercises, and it just irritated this one area so badly every time I do it. Right, like since I started going to the gym, I get home, it feels great when I'm at the gym, but as soon as I get home, it starts to cramp. And so it's been a process of like heat and stretch and massage after I get home. So it's a lot of work right now. And I thought, oh my gosh, it sucks getting older. And then I thought, I shouldn't say that. I get to grow old, and part of growing old is dealing with this stuff. And the fact that it hurts is reminding me that I'm alive. And I'm pretty sure it's muscular. I might need some physical therapy for it, but I'm gonna keep my consistency and see where it goes. And try and work through it. Clearly, I'll go to the doctor if it doesn't get better, if it gets worse. But yeah, finding how to be grateful when you don't think you should be grateful is in life. And it's just so easy when you don't practice to let it get you down. It's so easy to find how much life sucks because it's just easier. It's easier to be like, oh my God, I have to get up and clean that dog hair that's everywhere. Oh my God, I have to go to the bank and I don't want to. It's way easier to find the things that bring you down. And it takes a lot of practice and work to flip it. But the more you practice it, I'm finding, the easier it gets. And it's it's easier to flip that mindset. Give it a try. Start with just like, okay, I'm gonna write 5 things. And I think I'm thinking about separating my grateful, like doing like a grateful journal versus like a mind dump journal, and doing 2 different things. So that way, like anything that I dump, I don't have to go back and look at it because it's out of my head, right? That's the only point. It's not a recalling of amazing things. It's just get it out of my head. I can even burn the book after I'm done with it. But a grateful journal that's separate from that would be nice to kind of go back and look at. I could even draw, like I'm trying to do a draw every day kind of a thing. And I could draw what I'm grateful for. And that would, ooh, Dakota heard a squirrel. Yep, it's a squirrel. Maybe even like, Mason. Hey, Mason. Yeah, it's definitely a squirrel. If I did it more in like a calendar form, like get a calendar that has like a page a day kind of a thing, Monday, Tuesday, and then I don't know. I feel like I want to be more organized with that part of it than with the other stuff. So yeah, I might be taking a trip to Barnes and Noble today. One of my favorite places to get lost in. Thanks for telling me. He's got to come stare at me and make sure that I heard him bark. So yeah, I hope that helps. And somehow, I don't know. I think hearing someone acknowledge that it's hard to find things to be grateful for, and that if you practice it, it gets easier, makes it more attainable. I hope that makes it more attainable for you. Yeah. That's basically where I'm at. And it helps the more you practice to be able to like one thing, find the little things in life that you take for granted, and also some like help you to flip the big hard things into positive things. I get to grow old. Sarah didn't. There is a perspective on that I have that most people probably don't. I lost my sister at a very young age. And her perspective on it was, well, at least I don't have to deal with the old person stuff. Like, she told me that. And at the time I was like, how on earth are you thinking this positive when you just found out you maybe have a month to live? And so having that experience has also helped me be able to keep that in the back of my mind, right? It doesn't matter what your circumstance is, there's always something good that can come out of it. And she taught me that. And I'm going to live that for her. So, yeah. I hope you're having a beautiful fall day. Many blessings to you. Take a minute and look around and just think about how beautiful life is.